Hello everybody, welcome to Talking Money with Mel. I'm your host, Mello. Some people, my friends call me Mel or Mello, whatever you feel comfortable calling me. Just to give you a little bit of brief history about myself, today's actually my first show on YouTube. I felt the need to get my message out there, to get my story, because so many different things has happened to me in the last couple of months. It's kind of been life-changing, and there's a lot of people out there who don't know. When they arm themselves with the knowledge to know, it changes things. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Mel, divorced, father of three, Jamel Jr., Layla and Bryson. I love them with all my heart. It actually motivated me to get into investing, just to learn different things so I can kind of arm them, to teach them. Pretty much, I started my career in banking around the age of 19, 20. Now, we're going back, I don't want to show my age, but we're going back to like around 1999, 2000. And at that time, I took a job working for Citibank, North America, in their credit card division. Pretty much was responsible for all the outbound calls. So I did that for a little while. Was pretty successful in that. Pretty much cross-sold Citibank products and services. And then from there, I wanted to do more. So I went into private banking. So I actually went and I started working for Citibank. There, my title was Client Financial Analyst. In that role, I pretty much was responsible for opening checking and savings accounts, and pretty much, again, cross-selling Citibank's products and services. I had to get some professional licenses in order to do that, life, health, Series 6, Series 63. And I had areas that I farmed, and I had areas that wasn't mine that I still farmed to increase revenue. And it was there that I really started to understand credit and investing. From there, I went on to work at Salomon Smith Barney, which is an investment arm. Back then, it was the investment arm of Citibank. When I started working with Salomon Smith Barney, my job was, as an analyst, was to study something called emerging markets. Emerging markets, pretty much, my job was to do a report where I had to examine what was going on in different countries, what was going on in China, what was going on in London, what was going on in Paris, what was going on in Dubai. You know, you pretty much have probably heard this saying before, where what happens in another country is just a matter of time before it happens here in the US, and it's actually true. And I learned all of that through my experience in banking. September 11th happened, and then pretty much I went into a whole nother career path. At the time I was going to John Jay College of Criminal Justice. Shout out John Jay Bloodhounds and all my people from John Jay. You know who you are. But I was going to John Jay, and I decided to pursue a career in law enforcement. And that's what I did. It was a big change for me because I went from banking into law enforcement. I was selected. I've held different positions within the NYPD in my rank. And one of the best positions I had was to serve as the fiscal officer of the Organized Crime Control Bureau, where pretty much I oversaw a budget along with my partner and one of my bosses. We oversaw a budget of like $8 million. It's like the back end, like you're dealing with money, you're dealing with all types of budgets and procurement, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. A lot of good people along that ride, man. But that's enough about me. Today I want to talk to you about credit and investing. So, credit. You might ask yourself, well, what is credit? I can tell you, growing up in my household, that was something that wasn't really discussed. I kind of had to learn it on my own. I can tell you a funny story. I got my first credit card, which was Capital One Bank, back in like 1999. And the only reason why I signed up for the credit card, and this is a true story, y'all, like whatever I say, it happened. I signed up for this credit card because they were giving out free candy bars. And I was a broke college kid, playing basketball for John Jay and just thinking to myself, like, I need a job. But school was so demanding at the time, and my basketball schedule was just crazy. I didn't think I would get it, because I'm like, credit card, it was like a foreign language to me. 2 weeks later, I got the credit card at my house, and it was, I read it thoroughly. you've been granted $1,000 line of credit. Now, you gotta remember something. Not knowing about credit and someone basically handing you $1,000, oh man, let me tell you, let's just say I got that car like on a Thursday. And that weekend was probably one of the best weekends of my life. That was my first experience getting credit. But again, I was in college, I messed up my credit. And I was thinking to myself, as I started to get older and, my career, and I realized to get a car, you need to have credit. I realized to buy a home, you need to have credit. I had to fix it. So of course, I fixed it. There was a company that I used, which I swear by them. I still use them to this day for little things that I'm too lazy to do sometimes. They call Lexington Law Firm, ACES. So I got my credit good, and then I messed it up again on a failed business venture, and just being irresponsible, because you get good credit and then sometimes you become cocky, and you spend and you don't have to spend. Got through the bankruptcy, paid it off, got my credit back on track. I became obsessed with learning how to increase my credit score, the tricks of the trade. So that's something that I'll talk about in another episode. The next thing I want to touch on is pretty much investing. So investing is something that I've always been into, but for the last, I'd say 2.5, 3 months, what's happened to me has been like unbelievable. I remember sitting at home watching the news, and they were talking about how the rich keep on getting richer, and I remember hearing how Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, two guys that I admire for their business savvy, they made more money during the start of the pandemic than ever before. And I'm saying to myself, like, how's that possible with so many people struggling and so many people, with so much uncertainty surrounding the world that we live in? Literally the world is changing. We're going through a pandemic. You gotta wear masks everywhere. Just the world is changing. So I really started looking into investing. As a detective, you look into cases to try to catch the criminal. Well, I kind of looked into the stocks like I was investigating somebody. And pretty much what I've uncovered is just life-changing, meaning that it's a whole nother revenue stream that can bring you a life of being comfortable. And I'm not a financial advisor, but I will tell you that what it's done for me, it has definitely enabled me to live a life that I've always wanted, and to sit back and know that my research and my studying has paid off. I read, in order to become a millionaire, you need 7 streams of income. So today I posted something to my WhatsApp. I think one of the things I posted was, you should have a 401k or a 457. It's great if you have a pension. A lot of us have jobs where they don't even offer a pension. I got lucky, and my job offers a pension. The third thing was real estate, which is considered an asset class. So if you buy something 20 years ago, chances are it's double or triple in their time. The fifth thing is a brokerage account. If you are new to investing, I started off with Stash, Robinhood, I have a Webull account. The sixth thing I discussed was cryptocurrency. A lot of people don't really know about it. A lot of people have heard about it. Say, well, what's crypto? Everybody just thinks Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is a whole nother space with different tokens, Coinbase account to start putting some money into the crypto space. The last thing, my 7th stream of income, I call it the hustle, the art of the hustle. Forever, I've never been content just working a 9 to 5. I've always had something that I enjoyed or that I did on the side. And, I was a workaholic. I mean, whatever job or whatever career I was in, I always worked. I just gave you 7 revenue streams. I have a saying, when you don't know, you just don't know. But when you know, it's your job to do better and pass that information on. I just wanted to put my message out there. Look forward to catching me on some other video. Follow me, Talk Money with Mel. I'll be posting a couple of videos a week. That's my time, folks. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak, and I look forward to catching up with you guys.